First of all, we have never been trained on memory. If you've been in real estate, no one. What'd you say? Sam, what do you got? Put your mic on.
I think for me is using your imagination to remember things like going to get bread or trying to remember a couple of information about a property and create a story about that property to tell people about it.
So think about this. There are all kinds of things that you can look. It's as simple as driving next to a FSBO and you got to write it down. What if you just memorize the friggin' number? I didn't even think about that. What else did you guys pick up from this today? This is not the end because I got more for you, but what do you get from this video?
Emotion plus imagination enhances your ability to memorize.
Yeah. And we're not going to be this guy. This guy is like one of the best in the world. But how do you think this works with your clients? How can this, by you improving your memory?
I guess when he said making it a memorable experience.
Okay. So what does that mean?
If you make it a memorable experience for your clients, that's an even sure way that they're going to refer you the next time they may know somebody who's buying, or
right.
if they want to get something again.
You just said something that just triggered me that I'm a little slow that I missed. If we make the experience for the client so memorable, we have stuck it in their folder. Talk about, Todd, this is actually, think about this, man. Mm-hmm. That we've made the experience so memorable that they can never forget this experience that Amazon can't do, Todd.
Yeah.
Okay. When I bought my Lexus, one of the times, I mean, the little things they did was made it memorable. So then, it's not about me. What about you guys? Anything else you want to share? Because I want to just tell you why this triggered me. Anything else?
Well, like at the beginning, he said you got to do the work up front, right? So you got to start building the foundation of repetition, and then, you know, it gets easy, just like anything, like creating a new habit, right?
Yeah, perfect. You know, like I remembered something. I just found something out here that I thought this speaker was unbelievable. I remembered the listing presentation that he gave 30 years ago. To this day, I remember it. And then I saw how he did it. And I go, you know, it's like anything else. Oh, he learned it from this thing. So when I go to the airport, does anybody ever forget where they park their car at the airport? All the time, right? So first of all, I park it in the same place all the time. So it's B5. Now, in the beginning, I was going to B5 because it was easy to remember. But then I said, how am I going to remember that while I'm traveling and go back to my car? I think about the imagination. Now, the one thing I didn't do is get the feeling, the emotion, but I remembered beehive. So all I got to do is remember beehive. I think of a bee and a hive, and that's how. So if I can't forget, I go, oh, it's a beehive. Zzz, boom, B5. Okay. We need to get better. If we're going to be consultants, advisors, and we want to be separating ourselves from the competition, we've got to get better at skills that no one's ever taught us before, that they will go, oh my gosh. And Katrina made an unbelievable point of making their experience memorable. Simple things like remembering the kids' names right after they said it to you. Remember the dog's name. Remember their dad's name. Because as soon as they give me their name, it's gone. Bob and Susan. Okay, like my wife gets on me because I make up people's names. If I don't remember the name, I'll make up a name that I think is associated with them. And there was a FSBO that I went to for many years, and his name was Muhammad, and I just call him Mo all the time. She goes, you can't call him Mo. I go, well, Mo, I remembered it with Mo. To this day, Mo was the guy that I walked in and just knocked on the door. It was a preview. And he said to me, I'll never forget, and I've listed 2 houses with him since, years ago, today's your lucky day. And I go, why? My wife and I decided that whoever walked in the door today early is going to be the agent that's going to list our home. That was Mo, which his name was Muhammad. Okay. So it's fascinating. back to what I've always said, and I feel it for me personally, that I'm not using my brain. God gave us the friggin' best computer you could ever have, and we are using just a little teeny weeny bit of it. We're not really using it. And this is the reason why we don't separate ourselves from the competition. This is the reason why we're just like everybody else, and everybody doesn't see a difference in us, because we're not using our brain, and that's all you need. You don't need to buy more crap. You got to know how to use this thing between your two ears at the highest level possible.